Hi, welcome to Copenhagen. Thanks for dropping in. Hope everybody is doing well. Today I am having a sneak peek at Autumnal Sunflower from Diamond Art Club. When I do these unboxing videos, I am always very aware of people who are new to diamond painting. Either people who are just thinking about starting diamond painting, or people who have been diamond painting, they've done a few small kits, and they're looking to step things up a bit. So because of that, I will go through the packaging, the toolkit, all the contents in the toolkit, because there are quite a few things that are different about Diamond Art Club compared to the rest of the diamond painting companies. So for people who know all about Diamond Art Club, or people who just want to see the canvas, just go to the description and choose the section you want to see. If you want to see the canvas, just click on canvas. It will take you straight to that section, and you don't have to watch the rest. But that is totally up to you. So if you do buy from Diamond Art Club, you can expect to receive a box like this. It does not come wrapped in a plastic bag or anything like that. This is the box that is shipped, so you will receive a box like this at your door. So we have Diamond Art Club, Do What Makes You Sparkle, we have the diamond logos, and we have diamondartclub.com, the website, at Diamond Art Club on Instagram, and Diamond Art Club on Facebook. So inside this box, you will receive another box. And that box will have a rendering of the kit that you have bought on the outside of the box. So in this case, it is Autumnal Sunflower, and we can have a look at the box. So here we can see a rendering, a part of the rendering of the kit. And then as we go further down, we see a full-size thumbnail, so you can see what the whole image looks like. The rendering wraps around the sides, so you can see a bit more. Then if we move down, it tells us Autumnal Sunflower by T.S. Larking. The size is 22 inches by 22 inches, which is 55.6 centimetres by 55.6 centimetres. Diamond Art Club, Do What Makes You Sparkle, DIY Diamond Art Kit, round diamonds. Now with these boxes, you can actually tell whether it's round or square, even from a distance. With round kits, the bottom section of the box is a pale pink. If it had been squares, it would be pale blue. All inclusive, see back for contents. Before we look at the back, we'll have a quick look at the sides. So again, we can see part of the rendering of the sunflower. Really nice colours in this one. And we have Unleash Your Inner Artist. On the other side, again, the rendering, but it's a little bit different. We have more detail on the diamond painting. So full diamond coverage area, which means this diamond painting, the whole image is drills. There are no areas on the canvas that don't have drills. So that's what it means by full coverage. We have 77 colours, including 3 Aurora Borealis and 3 fairy dust diamonds. So if you're new to diamond painting and you don't know what Aurora Borealis drills are, or what fairy dust drills are, if you keep watching the video, you will learn. Or if you go to the description, you can skip straight to AB drills or fairy dust drills if you want to learn what they actually are. Total diamonds, 40,804. And then at the bottom we have the socials. So we have Instagram, Facebook, Pinterest and TikTok at Diamond Art Club. And then the website www.diamondartclub.com. On the bottom of the box, if I can get it in, it's a tight fit, but it has a small thumbnail and it says the title. So we have Autumnal Sunflower by T.S. Larking and the size. Now That is a good thing if you have built up a collection of kits that you haven't started yet. If you have these sitting on a shelf or stacked, laying down, you just look along the ends, you can see what is in each box without having to pull the box out to see the thumbnail on the box. So pretty handy if you have a collection of kits. And that's pretty much it. If we go to the top, it just says DIY Diamond Art Kit. And then if we go to the back, again, Diamond Art Club, do what makes you sparkle. How it works, so we have 6 steps, step-by-step instructions on how to diamond paint if you have never done it before. Then we have kit contents, which we will be going through in detail, so I'll just skip that. Then we get down to warning, choking hazard, basically keep out of the reach of small kids. You don't want them accidentally thinking these brightly coloured drills are candy and swallowing some, so keep out of reach of the small kids. Third party tested for compliance with EU and USA standards. Now that means that an independent company tests these kits. They check everything. They check the glue, they check the drills, they check the canvas, the packaging, everything. So everything in the kit meets EU and USA standards. So you don't have any excess chemicals or chemicals that shouldn't be there. Not all companies, in fact, I don't know if any other company that actually has this on their boxes. If you do know, please let me know. I'd be interested to hear about it. So that's pretty much it. So as you can see, we have a clear cellophane and all we have to do is open it. This one, the cellophane has slightly started to open itself, which is a first, but that is very handy because it makes it really easy for me to open. So we'll just open it up and then we'll have a look inside the box. So we'll take the cellophane off, that was easy. And then if we go to the top and open it up, something else that's just a little bit different. If we look inside, it says, do what makes you sparkle. We have a little recess there. If I put my finger in and pull, the box slides out. So that is the packaging that you can expect from Diamond Art Club. We have the outer box, the inner box, which will have the graphic rendering of the kit that you've bought. And then inside that box, we have a third box. So this is basically a box without a top. It's closed at either end. So very, very well packaged, very strong packaging. I don't know of any other company that packs diamond paintings as well as this. So inside we have the toolkit. So we'll have a look at that first. And I'll show you why Diamond Art Club is different. So we have the toolkit. Again, it lists what's inside, but we're just going to skip that part. It's a resealable bag. I'm going to take everything out because it's easier for me to pick the things that I want to talk about in the order that I want to talk about them. Because there are things that are very, very different from the other companies. So we'll just get everything ready. Talk amongst yourselves. So, toolkit bag. Just got a couple of things to check. Okay, so if you have been diamond painting and you've been buying from any other company, you will be familiar with the diamond painting pen, which is basically a plastic straw and it has a nylon tip with a brass insert. I can just wiggle that off and you can see it is just a plastic straw. So this is what all the companies are supplying. They may be different colours, but the diameter is the same and the tips are all the same. So basically all companies were using this. Diamond Art Club were doing the same thing, but they were doing different colours of pens to make them a bit different. Then they decided to step things up. So if you buy from Diamond Art Club, you can expect to receive a pen like this. So you can see it's very, very different from the pens that you normally get, and it's more than just the looks that are different. So it's a more ergonomic pen. It is wasted, so the diameter reduces, then increases again at either end. So when you're diamond painting, you can adjust your grip and just change it if you want, so you're not holding the same diameter all the time for a long time. You can just move a little bit and back and forward. It's more comfortable to be able to adjust your grip. The other thing is the pen has a cap, which you may think you have to screw off. You don't. If you put your finger behind it, put your thumb under it, and just pop it up, it comes off. So we'll put the cap to the side, and then we'll look at the actual tip. So if I compare it to the pink pen, you can see they both have the brass insert, which is the same diameter, nothing different. The nylon part here, you can see is a lot thinner than this part. The reason for that is that this pen comes loaded with wax. So you don't have to dip into wax to load the tip of the pen, which you do with all the other kits, or all the other companies, I should say. This actually has it inside the pen. So very quickly, if I unscrew it, you can see we have this little white rod that goes inside this little chamber, and the wax is in here. So it's we'll call it clear wax, but it's not exactly clear. We'll call it semi-transparent. If it had been pink wax, you would just see this section would be pink. But they decided that this colour looked better with the pen, and that is the only difference with the wax. I asked them about it, and they said it's exactly the same formula, the same consistency. The only difference is the colour, or lack of colour. So the way it works is we've got this little rod, or piston, or whatever you want to call it. If we screw the pen down, it's loose, and we get to a point where it feels tight. So the pen inside is now touching the top of that little rod, and if we hold the tip of the pen and twist the pen, that will push the pen down on the rod will push down into the wax will get pushed to the tip. So that is how you feed wax to the tip. When you first get the pen, it isn't primed, it doesn't have the wax in the tip right to the end. So when you first get it, you'll have to tighten it down and then hold the tip and just give it a little twist. And I've already twisted too far, I don't know if you can see it there. So it came out, it was too much, I turned it too far. So all we do is take that off, and the pen is now primed. The wax goes right to the tip of the pen, so we're ready to diamond paint. So we would diamond paint as normal, as you do with the pink wax and the other pen, and you get to a point where it doesn't pick up. All you do is hold the tip, twist the pen very slightly, it will feed the wax to the tip again, and then you just carry on. So you don't have to stop and push the wax in and then wipe it off and all that stuff. You just turn it slightly, it'll feed the wax, and then you just carry on. So you just do that and keep doing that until you get down to the end of the threads. Then you need to refill the pen. So you take the pen off, you pull out the little plunger, and then you use the refill wax. So you get a rectangle of refill wax. So this is what it looks like. Basically you just tear off some, break off some, roll it into a little tube and drop it down into the chamber. So don't fill it to the very top, because if you do that, you will find that when you try to put the piston back in, it won't go, it'll just sit on the top. And then when you try to put the pen on, it won't catch on the thread. So maybe leave a couple of threads, 2, maybe 3 threads at the top with nothing. And then that gives the piston something to go into, and then when you go to tighten your pen back up, you catch about 2 or 3 threads before it goes tight. And then you just do the same thing. Turn it a bit and watch for it feeding the wax to the tip. Once it comes out, wipe it off, and then you're ready to go again. So I'm just taking it down. So that is the tip. This is the only pen that I've seen from a company as standard that feeds wax to the tip of the pen. So Diamond Art Club changed things a lot when they come up with this new idea. At the other end, we have a multi-placer. Again, if you're totally new to diamond painting, maybe you've seen these things, maybe you haven't. That's what it looks like. And it just pushes into the end of the pen. They don't screw in, they just push in. You can't feed wax to this, so there's a little channel. What you have to do is get your wax or your pink wax. You also get a heart of pink wax as well. So you can use either on the multiplacer. And what you do is you press this down into the wax and fill this little channel up. Then you pour drills into your tray, give it a shake, get your drills lined up, and then with this one you can pick up 4 drills at a time. And the idea is that helps to speed up your diamond painting, because instead of placing 1, 1, 1, 1, you're placing 4, 4, 4, 4. So this would mainly be used when you're working on a kit and you have a large area of the same colour. You can just place 4 drills at a time. If you have a very large area, for example a black background, you can take this one out and use the bigger one. So you get 2 multiplacers with your pen, and again just push it in, load it up with wax, and then in this case you can place 7 drills. So you can place 7 at a time instead of 4. So that's what the multiplacers are for. It's to speed things up. Personally, I've never used them. I use single placer. I just place 1 drill at a time. I put headphones on, I listen to music and I chill out. That's how I relax. So I'm not in any rush. But if maybe you're working on a kit and you're doing it as a gift for someone, maybe for a birthday, anniversary, Christmas, something like that, and you think, I'm going to run out of time, I haven't done as much as I thought I would have, and you have areas of the same colour, you can use the multiplacer to catch up some time. So that is the Diamond Art Club pen, and refill wax. So you get the clear wax and you get the pink wax as well, and you get the 2 multiplacers. The other thing that you get in the kit is a tray, which you always get from diamond painting companies. A lot of the time you will get something like this. This is a very generic tray. Sometimes it might be a white one and it has a little spout, but they tend to have these angled sides, and you find that when you're diamond painting, you've got your drills in here, you accidentally touch the side and you don't have to touch with any pressure. Because of the angled edge, it flips over very, very easily. So your drills, instead of being in the tray, are now on the glue or on the floor, and then you have to pick them off and put them back in the tray. It's very, very annoying. Diamond Art Club's tray is a good bit bigger. So this is the standard tray that you'll get with the full-sized kits. As you can see, it's a lot bigger. It's a lot deeper as well. If I put it side on, you can see the difference in the depth. So when you shake your drills, there's less chance they're going to jump out of the tray. It also means that you can pour more drills into. A bit of a technical glitch there. So as I was saying, the sides of the tray are a lot thicker or higher. So when you shake the tray, you're not going to get the drills bouncing out by mistake. The other thing is we have a stopper in the tray. that you can just take out. So when you pour your drills in and you're shaking your tray, they're not going to accidentally fall out the end. The other thing is the tray comes with a lid. So the lid actually slides into the tray. It doesn't clip on top. So if you line it up and then you push it up, yeah. So you push it up and then it clicks. So that means the tray is locked. So if you have you've been diamond painting and suddenly you need to go and grab something, the kids are playing in the room, just pop the lid up and it locks. So if the kids are coming over for a bit of a look when you go to pick up or get whatever it is you forgot, they might pick up the tray and give it a shake. They'll hear the drills rattling inside, but the drills won't scatter all over the table as would happen with trays like this. So the drills are locked in, so it doesn't matter how hard I shake it, it won't open. The way to open it is just basically pull back with both your thumbs and it'll unlock it. As simple as that. But it would take a bit of time for the kids to figure that out, hopefully, and you can get back before they cause any damage. The other thing is if you're diamond painting and you decide to call it a night and you're still working on the same colour, you can leave the drills inside the tray, just close the lid, and you can leave it on the table. And if you happen to have furry pets like cats and dogs that shed hair, you don't have to worry about coming back to the tray and finding pet hairs in the tray, or dust, or crumbs, or anything else. So you finish diamond painting, put the lid on, you'll hear it click, and then you can just leave it. So you can come back days later, weeks later, months later, and just open the tray, take your lid off, and all you'll find inside is nice clean drills. You won't find Fido's hair or crumbs or dust. So really, really good design, really simple design, works very, very well. Again, this is something quite unique because normally you won't get a tray this size from the other companies as standard. Talking about hairs, got hair, go away. Yeah, you won't get a tray like this, as big as this. You won't get one with a lid. So it's quite an upgrade, and that is standard for Diamond Art Club. This is a standard Diamond Art Club tray. This is a standard Diamond Art Club pen. So the only other thing that I haven't spoke about is the baggies. So the good old baggies, we get a bag of bags, and these can be used to store the excess drills that you've got at the end when you finish your diamond painting. You should have extras of every colour. So Diamond Art Club supply some resealable bags, and I always count them just out of curiosity, just to see how many we get. So the bags inside are exactly the same as the one that was holding them. So that counts as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15 resealable bags. So that is the Diamond Art Club kit for people who have never seen it before. So you've got an idea what to expect if you order a kit from Diamond Art Club. And hopefully you have a better idea of what to do with this pen. So put the little cap back on. The cap's just there basically to protect the tip. So just pop it back on again. And we'll go back to the box. So I'll just move all of this to the side. And go back to the box. So in the box we've got the canvas, which is in a resealable bag. So we have Diamond Art Club, Do What Makes You Sparkle. Lift the canvas up, and underneath we have this. So we'll talk about this next. Put the canvas to the side. So here we have Diamond Art Club, Do What Makes You Sparkle, and we have a sparkly little diamond. Thank you for your purchase. On the back, again, thank you for your purchase. Again, sparkly diamond, but this time if you fold it up, it acts as a lock for the envelope. So fold it up and then you can open the envelope. Again, we have the socials: Instagram, Facebook, Pinterest, TikTok, at Diamond Art Club, and diamondartclub.com is the website. Now, there's something in here. You can see the colour. I'll talk about that in a minute. I'm just going to put that to the side. And we'll open it up and we have something else. We'll talk about that as well. So in the envelope we have tips and tricks. So I have some little tips and tricks if you're new to diamond painting, things that might help. Then we have join our Facebook group. So you can scan the QR code and you can join the Diamond Art Club Facebook group, where you will meet diamond painters all around the world and people of all different levels, people who have basically been diamond painting since it began, and all the way to people who are totally new, maybe just got their first diamond painting. So if you are new, be a good idea to join, because you've got instant contact with experienced diamond painters. So if you have any questions about diamond painting, people are always very willing to help. They want to help people enjoy the hobby as much as possible. So if you have any questions, drop in, just fire in the question and you will definitely get replies. You will also see what people are working on. People post pictures of their whips, which means work in progress. So you can see what they've done so far on their current diamond painting. People will post pictures of completed diamond paintings, and it's a good way to see what the kits look like when they're finished. And sometimes you'll maybe see something that you didn't even know existed, and that happened to me. I was just browsing the group one day, somebody posted a picture of a kit they had finished and I really liked it. I had never seen it before, and it was called the Pumpkin Herder. So I ordered it, and it's definitely one of my favourite diamond paintings so far. Really cool one for Halloween. So yeah, it's always worth a browse, just if you're curious, just to see what people are working on. Then we have the step-by-step instructions again, if you're totally new, basic instructions on how to diamond paint. Then we have the kit contents, which we've just went through. And then this last one, save 20% off your first app purchase. So if you scan the QR code, they have Android and iPhone. Scan the QR code, download the Diamond Art Club app, and if you decide to buy another kit, you will get a 20% discount off your first purchase. It's only the first purchase using the app you will get a 20% discount. Definitely worth using. So that is the thank you envelope. We'll talk about the two things that were in it. I suppose we'll go with the brightly coloured thing that we saw. So this is a Diamond Art Club Treasure Quest card. So you don't always get them. So when you buy a kit, you're always thinking, will I get a Treasure Quest card? You don't always get one. If you do get one, the next question is, which level is it? They come in different levels. You have bronze, silver, gold and black, with black being the rarest. It will always be the graphic of the kit you've bought. So it won't be a random card, it will be the kit that you bought, the design. So it will have the title, the artist's name and the canvas size. On the back it says Diamond Art Club Treasure Quest card, and then it says here bronze. So this one is a bronze card. We have a scratch code. Now the thing is, what you do with these is you collect the codes. So you collect a combination. If you look on the Diamond Art Club website and search for Treasure Quest cards, you can find out the whole thing. I do have a video about the Treasure Quest cards and how they work, and I think I'll just put a link in the description to save time in this video, because the videos do tend to be long because I go into everything. So without going into detail with the Treasure Quest cards, if you build up the correct combination between the bronze, silver and gold, you can get discounts on your purchases. So you get a discount code, but you have to get the right combination. The other thing is the black cards are very, very rare, and if you happen to get 2 black cards, if you're very, very lucky and you buy 2 kits and you get a black card in each kit, you can claim a $50 discount, or it's a voucher, but I think it's just a code that when you go to buy another diamond painting, you put that code in and you'll get $50 off. That is the lowest one. So as I said, I've got a video that goes into a lot of detail about them, and I'll just put a link in the description, and that way if you want to learn more about them, you can just sit and watch that video. So that is a bronze Treasure Quest card. The cards are really nice just to collect. I really like them. I like the way they reflect colours. And if you get a little album, like I've done, you can flick through the pages and you can see all the kits, all the graphics of the kits that you've got. And it's pretty cool. So that is the Treasure Quest card. The other thing that was inside was this. So we have, again, Diamond Art Club, Do What Makes You Sparkle, Autumnal Sunflower, TS Larking. On the back we have a thumbnail graphic of the full diamond painting. We have a start date and end date, and we have all the details of the diamond painting, diamond colours, shape, canvas size. Now these things are all stickers, you can peel them off, like the title, the start and end date, this thumbnail, and the details. The idea of that is, if you have a logbook, like a physical book, a lot of people keep physical logbooks, what you can do is peel these off and set your page up. So you already have a thumbnail, you just put it in the page, you write in your start date, end date, and then you've got all your details as well, and the title. So it means all the fonts will be the same size and it looks really neat and tidy. The good thing about keeping a book like that is if you have a friend over and they're asking you about your diamond paintings, if you get your logbook, you can just flick through the pages and show them all the different designs that you've got, rather than pulling out boxes to show them or pulling out canvases. You can just flick through the book and say that these are the ones that I've got, and you can see these are the ones that I've started and finished, and that's how long it took to do like that one. So a handy thing, just for a quick reference. So if we open this up, we can see this is also the key, or the legend. I think most people call it the legend. I've just always called it the key. So this shows us how many colours are in the kit. So it starts at 1 and it goes up to 77. So I have 77 different colours in this kit. We have the symbol, which is the symbol you'll see on the canvas, so you know where to place the drill, the different colour drill. And we have the code, which is the DMC code. Now, the DMC code is a standard way of numbering a specific shade of a colour. And the one that I always talk about is 310. So DMC 310 is black. And you may notice there is no 310. The DMC codes are in numerical order. So we've got 300, 301, 304, 311. There's no 310. So that means there is no black in this diamond painting. And some people may be happy about that. For some reason, black drills get a bad rap. A lot of people, well, I'll say a lot, yeah, I would say a lot of people don't like working a lot with the black, especially if it's a background where you've just got solid blocks of black. They prefer to work with brighter colours. So the good news, no black drills, and it's also good news for people who don't like working with square drills because this kit is round. So the DMC code is a standard way of numbering a specific shade of a colour. We'll pick, for example, brown. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 nearly, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, roughly 23 shades of brown, which is no surprise because we're working with autumnal colours. So you get all these various shades of brown in the leaves and that sort of thing. So if you happened, and it's unlikely, but it can happen, you run out of a colour. So you're working on brown on a part of the kit and suddenly you realise that you don't have enough of the colour. So you contact Diamond Art Club, you say, I'm working on Autumnal Sunflower and I've run out of brown. And they're going to think, well, there's like 20 something different shades of brown. So that doesn't really mean anything. But if you contact them and say, I've run out of DMC code 3772, which is that shade of brown, it makes more sense. So that's why we have DMC codes. So if you ever need a drill, a colour, and you have the DMC code, you can be sure that when the drills come, they're going to be that colour and not a totally different shade of brown or red or whatever. So that's what DMC codes are. So these are pre-cut sticky labels. If we go down to number 100 and whoops, take it off, you can see it's a sticky label. The idea of that is when you're kitting up, getting ready to actually work on the diamond painting, you can peel these labels off and stick them either on the bags that you're working from or containers. So you would get the drill bag with the DMC code, pour them into a container or bag, find the DMC code here, peel that label off, stick it on the container, and then you know exactly what colour is in that container or bag. So it makes it a lot quicker. So you're not having to handwrite labels and try and draw symbols or write DMC codes. You just peel the label off, stick it on, and you're ready to go. So that's it. So this is the key or the legend, and we have all these stickers as well if you want to create your own Diamond Art Club logbook. So we'll put that to the side and we'll go back to the box. So now it is just the canvas. When I say just the canvas, again, if you've done kits from other companies and you've never tried a Diamond Art Club kit, I think you'll be quite surprised when you take the canvas out and actually touch the canvas. It's impossible to explain, but if we open it up, so it's a resealable bag. So we just gently peel it so we don't rip any holes, hopefully. There we go. And then we take the canvas out. When you do that, as soon as you touch the canvas, you will realise it is very different from anything you've worked with. This canvas is patented. So this is Diamond Art Club's canvas. It is extremely soft. It's almost like velvet. When you do this, it's not starchy and rough and scratchy. It is very, very soft. It's thick. It's very pliable and malleable. It's really nice to work with. It has the scalloped edges. It has stitching as well to stop the canvas from fraying. But before we actually have a look at the canvas, we'll have a look inside. So inside we have the actual drills. And again, this is where it's different. Diamond Art Club don't buy in from suppliers. all the other companies buy their drills from a supplier. Diamond Art Club actually manufacture their own drills. The reason they did that was because they were buying from a supplier in the past, and sometimes the drills just weren't quite up to the standard they wanted. The colours were maybe not quite as vibrant as they wanted. They maybe weren't as standard sized, like different sizes of drills and that type of thing. So they decided the only way to be consistently high quality was to manufacture them themselves. So that is what they've been doing for quite a long time now. They actually manufacture their own drills. They do not sell the drills to any other company. They do not distribute the drills to other companies. The only way that you'll get Diamond Art Club drills is by buying a Diamond Art Club kit. The colours are extremely vibrant. The drills are very, very shiny. They use a high quality resin that they buy from Germany, and they change the moulds on the machines for the drills more often than any other company that manufactures drills. And that means that you get consistent sizes. You don't start to get drills that are smaller or bigger than they should be. They change these moulds regularly to make sure that the size is consistent. So we'll open this up. It's a glue strip. You may think it would be the end that would open, but it isn't. So if we find the glue strip and then just peel along, always the noisiest part of the video, and then we can just take them out. The other thing is, when you get a kit from Diamond Art Club, it will always have a sticker on the drills telling you the title. So it says Autumnal Sunflower, so we know that we have definitely got the right drills for this kit. So the drills have the DMC codes printed on them, and that is all they have. They don't have like colour number 1, colour number 2, that sort of thing. It's just the DMC codes. The bags are done by weight, so the DMC codes don't run in order. They don't start at the lowest and go to the highest. You find it seems to be kind of random, but it's because of the weights of the bags. So I'm going to go through them. So this is to let people see the actual colours that are in the kit. Some people like that, some people don't. Again, if you don't want to watch me going through 77 colours, just go to the description. You can skip to the next section, which will be the canvas, which is the part that everybody wants to see. All this extra stuff is just a bit of background for people who are new, mainly. Or just sometimes there's things that people just didn't know. So we'll go through them, and I'll go through every DMC code. We'll talk about fairy dust, we'll talk about AB. So I'll just take a string, which is quite a long one, and then we'll go through them. So it just happens that the very first one is actually a fairy dust. I know it's a fairy dust because it has the Z prefix. Fairy dust drills have a Z at the front. Fairy dust drills have a special coating on them that is like, the best way I can describe it is micro glitter. It is very, very, very fine glitter. That's what it looks like. So they reflect the light differently from your standard drills. Standard drills, the light hits a facet or a face on the drill and it reflects white light, and that's what causes all these sparkles that you see. These drills, instead of hitting a surface and just reflecting white light from the surface, we have tiny, tiny, tiny like glitter particles in it. So we get a lot of all these little sparkles. There's a lot more sparkle to them. So it creates a different effect. Really, really nice. And just something that just catches your eye because it's a bit different from the other drills. So that is fairy dust. So we have Z744. Then we have 939, which almost looks like black, but it isn't. 939 again, 939 again, 939 again. So I have quite a lot of this dark 939. Oops. Then we have 976, 311, 728, 3771, 823, 3064, 3768, 926, 6032. The thing to mention here is the 6000s aren't standard DMC colours. Diamond Art Club, because they manufacture their own drills, there are times where they're doing the rendering and they look at it and think we could really do with a colour somewhere in between these colours to help blend them better. So that's what they've started doing. They've started creating their own colours. So if you see a 6000 code, it's unique to Diamond Art Club. And that helps with the rendering, blending colours into each other, and it makes a huge difference. 301, 930, 920, 720, 400, 742. So put them to the side. Then we have 336, 312, 300, 3778, 927, 3859, 3772, 3826, 931. I really like these blues that have been coming up. They're a bit different. 550, 820, and then we have AB436. Now AB drills, they have a special coating as well, but it's different. The AB is short for Aurora Borealis, or the Northern Lights, where the sky changes colours. And that is because the coating on these reflects different colours. These drills are brown, but if I tilt them in the light, I can see red, orange, green, purple, blue. I think that's it. Maybe a bit of yellow as well. So the idea with this is once you've finished your diamond painting, it's hanging on the wall and you're walking past, instead of just getting like a white flash or sparkle from the drills, you get these very bright, like blue, green, yellow, purple. It's random. So it's just something that catches your attention. Really, really nice effect. I really like the AB drills. They tend to be used sparingly, sort of scattered through. It's not like a whole section of ABs, and they just they're really, really nice. A really nice effect. So then we've got 648, 169, 3022, 782, 413, 783, 918, 451. Then we get to the smaller bags. Yep, 2 strings of these. So yeah, very nice blue. 518, 733, 839, 779, 844, 3830, 807, 355, 3752, 3033, 975, 928, 840, 3849, 3861, 924, 414, 815, and then we have AB5200. So again, white drill, but when I tilt it in the light, I can see green, yellow, purple, red. So you'll get these little sparkles again. Then 3854. And then we get to the last string. 3834, 3837, 3807, 415, 758, 304, 221. Oh, they are nice. I've never seen an AB this colour. They're really nice. AB954. So these are a very nice green, but if I tilt them, I can see another shade of green, very bright, and blue and yellow. Very nice, really like them. 209, 208, 3857, 318, 437, 915, Z606. So again, this is the fairy dust with the very, very fine sparkle coating on them. 780, 3864, 718, Z666. So again, red with the very fine sparkle, and the last one is 6011. So that is all of the colours that we went through. Some very, very nice colours in there. I really like that green AB. I've never seen ABs that colour before. Then we go back to the canvas. So this is the part that everybody is waiting on. So before we start, the first thing I have to do is turn off lights, because we have the clear cover, and if we leave all the lights on, all we're going to see is big areas of white. So I'll switch off this one, and I'll switch off this one. We still will get a bit of reflection, but it shouldn't be too bad. So this canvas has been rolled this way, so this is the bottom, and we'll just start unrolling it. That is really nice, really nice. Really like the colours in this. These blues just works very well. And then we've got the autumnal colours, and then we've got the sunflower in the centre, we've got this little one down here. Very detailed. I mean, it is a round kit, and everybody says you have to get square for detail. This looks quite detailed to me. So yeah, really, really nice. And I'm thinking that AB that I saw is here. Yeah, I think it could be that. So that is slash, I'll check. So if we go to the key and we look for the slash, it is number 73, which is AB8954, which I am sure is that one I saw. So the other thing is, when we're looking at this, it looks really, really nice, but it doesn't have the colour of the actual drills, and they will be much more vibrant. So this is that AB that I saw. These are in here. These little green squares that you can see are going to be this green AB. That is going to look really, really nice just in the centre. I think that's the only place they are. But if you look at just some of the colours of the actual drills, like this yellow, you see how vibrant that is. I mean, if you look at the actual canvas, you can't see a colour that bright. So it looks really nice just as a canvas. It is going to look really, really nice as a diamond painting. This is going to be very impressive. And as I said, it is round, so for the people who enjoy the round kits, this is definitely one I would say that is worth getting. I really like this blue. I think it works very well against this yellow. Really, really nice. I really like it, as you can tell. Just perfect combination of colours. That is going to be stunning. Yeah, I am very impressed with this. So we can see the key at the side. You get the key or the legend on the sides of the canvas as well. But in the real world, for me, I cover up most of the canvas and only open the section that I'm working on. So all of this is covered up for me. I can't see any of this. It's a lot easier to actually just use this. I don't actually take the labels off and put them on containers. I've got containers, but I number them, 1 to whatever, and I just go by the number. But I mean, you can use the labels. I know a lot of people do, but again, this is the thing about watching how different people work. We all tend to have different ways, little things that are different, and it can be a good thing for people who are new. They can watch how different people work and think, right, okay, yeah, I think this way suits me better. But the way that I work it, this would be covered up, and you would just see the section I'm working on, nothing else. And then I would have my box with all my drills just sitting on top, because I use these mats. So everything is underneath the mats except the section I'm working on. So yeah, that's how I work it. I just keep this laying on the table and I just move it around as I'm working. So yeah, I'll put that to the side. Again, I'm still looking at this. There's going to be a very rich purple here and this red as well. I'm thinking those AB666 might be in here. So we're going to have a lot of various colours flashing when you walk past around the centre of this flower. It's going to be really nice. And I mean, look how bright this blue is here. I mean, the way it's done with the shading, you can see these petals look almost 3D. Really, really well done. Again, this is something that's a bit different for Diamond Art Club compared to other companies. The kits from Diamond Art Club, the first thing I should mention is they are licensed. So Diamond Art Club work with the artists. The artists get some revenue from these, getting their artwork transferred into diamond paintings. So they get some income from this, which would hopefully encourage them to release more artwork to be rendered as diamond paintings. Diamond Art Club take the image and then they hand render it. That means it's not just a matter of scanning the artwork and letting the computer choose the colours and then just print it and that's it. They actually have a team of people who specialise in hand rendering. So they basically build up the picture and they look at it and they will adjust things to make sure they get the right blend. Like these petals, you can see there's all different shades in this. And that's people who have decided these are the colours that look best. The other thing is Diamond Art Club are looking at the quality. That is the number one thing. They are trying to get as close as possible to the original artwork. And because of that, they concentrate on getting it looking right. The size is secondary. They don't start and say, right, okay, we're going to do this diamond painting, we're going to hand render it and it's going to be this set size. They do it and then the size is what the size is. And that's why with Diamond Art Club you get these what look like random sort of sizes, but it's because they concentrate on the quality. If they feel that the colours aren't blending in right, they'll make it a bit bigger so they can blend more colours to get it looking better. But this is going to be very impressive, really, really nice. The other thing is I like the fact that they're releasing it now. This actually is released tomorrow. I'm recording this the day before it goes live. So it's allowing plenty of time for people to complete it before fall. Because if you get them just before fall, you can't get them done in time for fall. So I like that they're given months in advance, because this actually is released on Saturday, May the 3rd. So you've got from the beginning of May all the way through summer to work on it, to get it ready. So you've got it in time for fall. So I really like that as well. So One other thing, again, I keep talking about how Diamond Art Club are different. The Diamond Art Club cover sheet is perforated, so it means you don't have to take the whole thing off and put release papers down. A lot of people do that, where they take the clear cover off and they put down these little sections and lay them down and then peel off a section at a time as they work. Or they put washi tape and create a grid over the top of the clear cover, so they'll do lines down the way, lines across the way to create a grid of squares. Then they'll cut up the washi tape to open up a section. So Diamond Art Club thought about that, and they were trying to think, how can we make this easier and quicker for people? So what they do is they perforated the cover. So you can use it as if it was just one big cover if you want. If I peel it up, it will all come up in one piece. But we have these pink lines that you can see, and this is where the perforations are. So for me, if I was working on this kit, I would start in this bottom right hand corner. And what I would do is I would pull this up, I would hold my finger here, so it's the opposite side of the perforation, and then I would just up to, there's a line, a dotted line here, fold it back. I don't need a cover minder or anything like that, just fold it back and it stays there. And then this is sticky, so this is ready to work on. I would do this and finish the section, and if I started working on it and then I didn't have time, I just fold this back down, cover over the glue, and then keeps everything nice and clean. And we've got the drills that I've put down are under there, and the areas that I haven't done are still glue. If I complete the section, so the whole section is covered in drills, nothing's going to stick to it, I still cover it with a clear cellophane, because that stops dust and hairs and crumbs getting in between the drills while you're working on the next section. So I would complete that section and I would just fold that back, and then need nails for this. I would get the next section, and then again just hold my finger beside the perforation on the opposite side, and then just tear it up, fold it back, and then work on that section. If I wanted to work on larger sections, these sections are 10 centimeters by 10 centimeters. What I could do is say, okay, I want to work in a big section. I'll go to the next one, if I can get a hold of it. And instead of tearing it at this perforation, I can go to the next one. So again, just put my finger opposite. So then I've got a section 20 centimeters by 10 centimeters high for people who prefer to work on big sections. Personally, I really like the 10 by 10 size. As I said, I have these mats that you see in the background. There's actually a diamond painting I'm working on underneath this. But I lay these mats on top of the canvas, and then I just adjust them to open up the section I want to work, and then that's how I do it. So you can basically work it any way you want, or if you want to still use the masking tape, not masking tape, well, you could use masking tape, but if you want to use washi tape and create a grid like you've been doing in the past, you can do that as well. And if you want to just take the whole thing off and put down release paper, you can do that as well. So it just opens up options. The kit I'm working on underneath, I'm using this method. I'm just opening up 10 centimeters of the perforated cover, and it's working fine. I haven't had any problems with it at all. So yeah, really, really, really nice. I can't wait to see this finished. It's going to be so nice. All these ABs in the middle, it's going to look really, really cool. But some of these colours are just so bright as well. And then we've got a lot of these autumnal. Just again, the shading, the blending is just so good. Diamond Art Club are so good at this. Really, really nice. So that is pretty much it. I think I've covered everything, and I know it's a very long video, but hopefully if you were only interested in seeing the canvas, you just skipped to the canvas. People that watch the channel, they know that I go through all this because I'm just always aware of beginners, and I try and throw in information that they could find helpful or useful, or just something maybe they didn't know. So hopefully some people learn something out of this, but I think most people are going to say, wow, it's just really, really nice diamond painting. So now we are having a closer look at the canvas, and we can see the symbols, we can see how the design is put together, but we can also see how clear the symbols are. We're looking at the quality of the print, and I think you'll agree it's absolutely perfect. No problems reading this at all. And that is that centerpiece of the flower that I think is going to look really, really nice. I really like that green AB when I saw it. I've never seen an AB that colour before, and it's going to be right in the centre of that sunflower. So now we're going down to the petals. Again, you can see all the different colours we've used to create that effect. Really, really nice. And then the background colours. I think these blues work very, very well with the autumnal colours. I am very impressed with this diamond painting. So that was Autumnal Sunflower from Diamond Art Club. As you can probably tell, I am extremely impressed with this one. I think the colour combination is perfect. I cannot wait to see it finished. As I said, we're looking at the print, and it looks really, really nice. But once the colours are in, it's going to take it to a whole new level. It is going to be, I think, my favourite diamond painting already, and I haven't even started it. Really, really nice. Very impressed. The rendering is so good. Just the blending. As I said, these kits are hand rendered, the Diamond Art Club kits. A team of people sit and basically build up the picture, and they work on the colours to get as close as possible to the original. And that is why Diamond Art Club brought out the 6000 series of DMC codes, because at times they were thinking, if we only had this colour in between these two, it would just make that sort of smooth transition. Some diamond painting kits you see, it's a very harsh, it goes from one colour to another colour, and very obvious steps in colour, not really a gradient in colour, and it makes a huge, huge difference to the finished piece. And Diamond Art Club are always aiming to get as close as possible to the original artwork. This is going to be extremely impressive, I think. I mean, I know we've all got different ideas of what we like in diamond painting, but for me, this is going to be very, very nice. As I said, I like the fact that it has come out at the beginning of May, so it gives plenty of time. I have not long started the one that I'm on, and it's pretty big. It's going to take quite a while, so I don't have to worry too much. I should still have plenty of time to have this done for the fall, and this is definitely the next kit that I'm going to work on. Normally I'm never sure what I'm going to work on next, but definitely when I finish the project I'm on at the moment, this will be the next one, and it will appear on the wall up here for fall, and you can see if that comes true, but I am confident it will. Very, very nice diamond painting. So that's it. As I said, this actually comes out tomorrow, which is May the 4th, May the 3rd. And it will appear on the Diamond Art Club website at 9 AM PST for Diamond and Ruby members. If you do not know what Diamond or Ruby members are, that means for you it will be live at 9:30 AM PST on Saturday. So Ruby and Diamond members get a 30-minute jump on everyone else. I think this is going to sell out. I saw it going up on Instagram. I saw a lot of people commenting on it. I think there was 650 comments on it or something. And now that, I mean, I liked it when I saw the Instagram picture, but now that I've actually seen the canvas and the drills, yeah, I think it's going to sell out. We'll see how it goes. So set your alarm clocks for 9 AM PST tomorrow, or 9:30 AM PST if you are not a Ruby or Diamond member. So yeah, that's it. Very, very impressed with this one. If you would like to see more diamond painting videos, unboxings, unbaggings, comparisons, accessories, all that sort of good stuff, please remember to subscribe and hit the notification button. If you do that, you may catch me live. I do very random YouTube lives where I'm working on the piece at the moment. Nobody's seen this one yet that I'm working on, but people can drop in and see what I'm working on, and we can talk about diamond painting. We can talk about pretty much anything. I'm just interested in getting to know other diamond painters around the world, find out what they're working on, what sort of diamond paintings they like, and maybe learn a little bit about where they live. I am originally from Scotland, and I moved to Copenhagen, the capital city of Denmark, nearly 13 years ago this month. It was quite a change. A lot of things are different in Denmark than Scotland, but most of it has been a plus, I would say. Very, very nice country to live in. So anyway, if you want to drop in, if you subscribe, you'll get a little message when I go live, but I don't have set days or times. It's very, very random when I can find time. Failing that, you will get a message when new videos come up. I have a lot of videos to record. I don't even know how many. I have a lot. Just finding time is the problem, as always. But I have unboxings, I have accessories. I'm hoping to record some stuff tomorrow. Things that I see that are different, and I think, would that actually work? So I've got something very new that I'm using on the kit that I'm working on at the moment. So I'm planning to do a video about that. All I'll say is it's an accessory that I've never seen before. So that's it. So thanks for watching, and in the meantime, take care, be safe, and wash your hands.